This week wasn't flashy, no crazy wins, no viral moments, just real life. Toddler takedowns, a little bit of work behind the scenes that might change everything, but whatever, let's roll. Go! Meeting time. There we go. Hi. Terrific. Now that well, we got ourselves a new booking. Just filmed an audition I'm sending in, and hopefully we book this bad boy. It shoots in like 4 days. So quick turnaround on this one, but this is one of the first auditions I've done in a very long time where it was literally just one take and it felt beautiful. It felt so good, largely because the role they're seeking is a role that I worked many years in my career, let's say. It was a job I had for many years. So it felt very natural and I just easily recall the time in that role. So here's to hoping we get it. Three, two, one, go! I'm about to film a quick little walkthrough video. This is all about delegation. So if you have anything that you maybe have a teammate or you're wanting to build a team, especially in the entrepreneur world, an assistant, a team of assistants, this is how I go about it. And it's been the most efficient way that I have found to sort of buy back my time. So instead of me repeatedly doing the process or me having to repeatedly answer and field questions on a process, what I started doing some time ago is just film me doing the process and I think out loud as I go through the process. So that way my team can reference the video anytime they need, because you make it accessible to them like Google Drive with a link that they can go into in a library of all these things. They can reference it anytime, so they don't necessarily have to memorize how to do the task. They could just be like, oh, this is the task I have to do. Here's a quick walkthrough video, and they can do it very simply. It also helps you train up new people if somebody needs to cover for them, if they're on vacation, whatever it may be. Delegation, this is how I have found the best way to do it. I just film myself doing the thing and I think out loud of why I'm doing what I'm doing and just explain it to them as I go. So I just use Zoom. I open up a new meeting. A good thing to do before you even start the meeting is just make sure you have everything opened up that you would need for that meeting. So now that we're brought up, we're gonna bring our team up to speed like this.
Recording in progress.
Hey AJ, here is a walkthrough video of how I go about inserting affiliate links into YouTube videos. That's that. Anything else, ask away. I'm all yours. I want to make this as smooth and simple for you as possible, as always. And thanks for all the great work you do. That's that. That's how I go about delegation. That's how I go about trying to make processes easier for my team and easier for me to not have to do all of the things. The biggest point that I can think of with delegation that has helped me so far is when I learned, somebody was like, there was a video and he was like, it was Dan Martell, if you want to follow this guy. Dan Martell was like the guy that switched things for me when it comes to delegation. I believed previously delegation, it was like, I gotta get somebody that they have to do it as good as I do or as perfectly as I do or the way that I do it. Otherwise, it's just not going to do it. It's not going to work. And what Dan Martell explained to me was like a 10-80-10 principle, which is 10%, the first 10% is you. I have to start it. This is the 10%, like doing the thing, doing the task. I have to start it and I have to do it in a way that's very much capable of being passed on, but do it in my sort of formula. I have to get it started. Then I pass it off. That's the 80%. And the last 10%, after they've done all the work and done all this stuff, for example, in this case, let's say my assistant, let's say AJ goes, here it is, it's all done. And I go, awesome. That's the 80%, because the last 10% is me verifying, checking, and going, oh, here's where this is a little bit messed up. We need to tweak it this way. And that's just the way you delegate, right? Like, as best as I could do it right now, I'm still trying to learn better ways of going about it. But 10, 80, 10. 10%, that's me starting it off, so passing this off this way. 80%, my VA gets all this squared away. And then the last 10% is me doing the quality check and going, oh, here's what needs to be tweaked. And we fine tune the process so that ideally it gets to a point where I could be completely hands off. But even if I'm not fully hands off, if I just have to give that 10% check, that saves me so much time. So hope that helps. Time to film an audition. This one's a quick turnaround, and for this I've got my teleprompter set up. So boom, iPad's right here. I'm running it on the computer, as opposed to typically I would be filming on the phone and then do the edit and all that stuff. But teleprompter makes it super easy, and for this one it's sort of an office setting, so me sitting down at the office chair should be good. Notice I've been doing a lot of quotation fingers lately. Totally irrelevant, but here we are. What I'm going to do here is slate name and agency, and then I'm gonna let them know that I can shave, because my agent let me know leading up. He's like, how scraggly is the beard looking? And this is a more professional client that would want more of a clean cut. So in this, even though it's not asking for that specifically, self-awareness is key. I'm gonna let them know I'm willing to shave and get a haircut as well. Let's roll into this. All right, so we're just gonna start recording this, and then I'll press start on the old teleprompter, and let's see if we can do this. Hi there, I'm Anthony Thomas with Option. I'm willing to shave and cut the hair, and yes, I'm available for the callback. I'm never going back. Now? I just asked the agent. All right, that was the first read through of this. So obviously very rough, but we're gonna just keep it going and keep this flow rolling right along. Also, I'm going to intentionally reslate every single time so that the feel of the video when I submit the audition is that I'm just going straight into it, that it's raw and in one take, rather than slate and then cut to the actual take. Just my preference. It feels like it's more of a higher performance type of skill set. Call it a little trickery, if you will, but that's just my play. So here we go. That's it. Audition complete. I'm about to capture that last clip, which I loved. It felt really good, and send it off, and hopefully another booking for us.
And I took one of his college courses, or college classes, and
I am currently reviewing this podcast right now. Recorded this 2 months ago, and I was so hyped because our conversation was terrific. But I have been sitting on this podcast for 2 months. I've gone through 3 different people to try to find as a good editor to fix what was my error. Basically, I just didn't have the audio set up as well as it should have been, considering our setup here, and it's just killing me. I'm reviewing it right now from this editor that I just paid to try to get this sorted, and it's like, man, this is just not good. Should I put it out there? Should I not? I'm torn. Right now I'm leaning toward just put a disclaimer, a little clip at the start of it. That's where we're at.
trying to play guitar.
How's your food?
Good.
Yeah?
Delicious.
Yummy. Small bites, baby.
Daddy. I like that.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what do you want to do today? Should we go on a drive somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do jujitsu today? Kids jujitsu?
No, I'll do it Friday.
You'll do it Friday. I think we could do kids jujitsu, maybe go for a drive. I'm gonna ask for your help here, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you some options that Uncle Danny Boy from Australia,
Yeah.
he designed these, and we're trying to find a logo for Dynamic Daddy, okay?
Yeah.
So he designed these logos. We're down to 2 options here.
Yeah.
I want your help to pick, okay?
Yeah.
Which of these 2 is best? Point to it. Which one do you like the most?
Top.
The top? Okay, how about, let's see. Oh, these 2. How about these 2?
They both of it.
You like both of them?
Yeah.
Okay, which one do you like more?
Bottom and the top.
The bottom and then the top? Okay, let me show you some different ones here. How about these ones? Which one do you like the most?
Both of them.
Both of them? Okay, but which one do you like the most if you have to pick one?
The top.
The top one?
Yeah.
You want to be the cameraman?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's ask Mommy. Are you still right there? Yeah. You got it, cameraman?
Yeah.
All right. Which of these do you like the most from your initial pick? The bottom? And go! Boom. Oh, you can do better than that. This is moments before a callback. I'm about to do a virtual callback for an audition I did earlier in the week. This is not the audition that I was like, oh, I'm totally prepared for this. I worked this job for years. Actually, that one shoots tomorrow and I haven't heard anything, so I most likely didn't book it. I'm very confident I didn't book that one. This is for the other one that I did, I don't know, yesterday or whatever, the day before. And we've got a callback. So if I book this from this callback here, then we will be shooting next week. I am set up to do, we have a little bit of lines, like this is it. I was given, pretty much 24 hour notice of, hey, you got the callback, and that's like, okay, let me try to memorize this as best as possible. But I've got 2 little kids, so finding the time to go, okay, let me just spend time memorizing and everything was tough. So I was in bed last night. I got like 4.5 hours of broken sleep and hoping that we're dialed in for this. But we're going to give it our best go. And right now I'm just going to go through the script a little bit and try to work on delivery so that when it's go time, it feels a little bit more natural and I have memorization as close to possible. So here we go. I'm never going back. I just asked the agent, popping into the virtual room, and I'm just gonna keep at it here. Hi!
How are you?
I'm terrific, how are you? Mic is turned off, video's turned off. We're gonna keep on rolling through this while we wait.
Okay, Anthony, they are ready for you.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, Anthony.
Hey, how we doing? I'm never going back.
Awesome. That's great. You got a great vibe. Let's try one.
I'm never going back. I just asked the agent.
Fantastic. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Anthony.
You bet.
Everyone.
Thank you guys. Happy shooting.
All right.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Based on the follow-up after that, if you followed along in these vlogs, you know that sometimes these callbacks, I'll get instant feedback. Like, oh, that was so good. Oh, we loved it. Oh, that was awesome. This one was just like, yep, okay, bye. And that's it. So there's no feedback for me right here, whether that was good, bad, indifferent. And I'm competing against who knows how many other people for this role. So they're going to be going through and have been going through and having the callback for other people. So this is kind of the game. This is how it goes. A lot of times you don't get feedback. So this is why it's so important. I cannot hammer this home enough for people. You have to enjoy the process. Enjoy what just went on. Enjoy that little bit of a dance. And if you don't enjoy it, find a way to make it enjoyable so that you aren't left sitting here thinking like, man, am I good enough? Was that good? Am I trash? Do I need to stop this altogether? You just go, you know what? I enjoy the process. Sometimes I book these things, sometimes I don't, but I'm going to always enjoy the process as much as possible. And what I have found over the years is I can almost never tell which ones I book. Like, a perfect example is earlier, I'm like, oh man, I'm perfectly fit for this role. I know how to do this. The audition I did earlier this week that I was like, I worked in this exact job for 7 years. I know this role. But they shoot tomorrow, I didn't hear anything. Didn't book it, right? This one, I was like, ugh, not the greatest delivery, but you know, whatever. And they're like, hey, we want a callback. I'm like, whoa, okay. Same thing here. Maybe the callback went great in their eyes. I don't know. They're going to go on and pick who they pick, and that's that. So this is the game. I enjoy the process. I enjoy the challenge of like, okay, try to memorize these things, memorize the script, all that stuff. And a goose. Now I can get back to my life and just wait and see what happens.
So hot.
We've had these wretched blinds in since we moved in. These are like 70,000 years old, and I don't know, a year and 4 months they've been up. Horrible. These things have like lace, you know, to where you can have them open with this weird little lace bit, and I'm cutting them off. We're still awaiting the new window treatment, but in the meantime, I'm just destroying it bit by bit. It's been the biggest eyesore, the biggest sore to Jeanette. We got some custom ones coming sometime in the next couple of weeks, I guess. We're still awaiting. At least that is no longer a hanging hazard for children with crazy random strings dangling. Haircut, and I was told by a couple of band-aids on the toddler's arm that he was pinched by the closet door. I've hated these closet doors since we moved in here, so immediately took them bitches down. But we have another one. You ever have one of those chapters where you're just sick of stuff and you're just like, ugh, this is it for me. So I wanted this to go. I don't have replacements for these at all. It's not ideal to be taking this stuff down, but I'm just sick of them. These things gotta go. There's nothing like your kid getting hurt to turn an inanimate object into the immediate enemy you have to eliminate. I feel better though. See me right now, but I am out of bed at 2:10 a.m. because my mind had been racing for the last hour, and I was like, I'm not getting back to sleep. basically what it was racing over is how to automate the next step in my business and what I'm working on building. And so I was like, I'm not getting sleep. In fact, I'm up using AI right now to automate some stuff and build my own little automation bot assistant. Hopefully in the next 20 minutes, I'll be dialed in and I can go and let my mind rest and get back to sleep. But for now, we burn the post-midnight oil. It's about 4 a.m. and obviously I'm still at it, so sleep isn't gonna be looking great this night, but I am very excited about what I have going on and what I'm building right here. I think the next 6 months, if I'm forecasting anything, the next 6 months from right now, it is the start of April. It's gonna be insane. This is an absolute mess, and I mean, look at this. Just the garage has been a mess for a while. It's such a sore, and today is the mission to bring this thing back to life. It's springtime, we're gonna spring this thing into full effect. What I really wish I had though is some modular walls on this back wall right here that would just create storage along the whole way, and a little workbench and all that stuff. It'd be so sick. So that's down the pipeline, hopefully. But for now, we're just gonna clean up and organize what we have. So let's hit a time lapse.